Good morning, traders. If you're there, you can hear me loud and clear. Please type a yes. Thank you. All right. Good morning, Crew Prince. Good morning, Zico, Emeka, Nwori. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Lasisi. All right. So we're good to go. Yeah, more people are joining now. All right. So I want to welcome us to a brand new month. This is December. We're finally in the last month of the year, and we have exactly 29 days to end this year. Good morning, Gifts. Good morning, Prosper. So we have just 29 days to end the year 2024. I tell you, it's been an amazing year. A lot has happened this year for good, you understand? And I believe there's still more to happen for good before the year runs out. So let's tighten our seatbelt because, there's going to be some end of the year moves that will happen in the market, which you can take advantage of to make money even as the festive period approaches. In fact, we're already in the festive period. It's already December 1. Started seeing Christmas lights here and there in places. That tells us that Christmas is just very much around the corner. All right, so let's look at fundamentals and then we'll go to the technicals. Now, fundamentally, today, Monday, there's going to be some fundamental events from the United States specifically by 4 p.m. today. Okay, it starts by 3:45 with final manufacturing PMI and ISM manufacturing PMI. This event will happen simultaneously by 3:45 and 4 p.m. Now, FOMC member, well, I will give you a seat by 9 p.m., but that will be much later in the night, so we're not going to be focusing on that. So these are the events that will happen today. 3:45 p.m., final manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing PMI by 4 p.m., and ISM manufacturing prices also by 4 p.m. This may lead to some volatility on the dollar because at least the one by 4 p.m. will have a high impact and a medium impact event. So let's watch out for that. I'll just talk on the key events now, then we'll look more at the technicals. And tomorrow, Tuesday, 3rd of December, the key events tomorrow, two major events though, 8:30 a.m., there'll be jobs, there'll be CPI from Switzerland. This will definitely lead to some volatility in the market. The CHF CPI is usually volatile and it often goes in one direction. So you might just plan ahead to trade it. Plan ahead to trade it tomorrow morning by 8:30 a.m. And by 4 p.m. tomorrow, there'll be job opening. I always say it's any news that have to do with employment is volatile, especially from the United States. So this is talking about job openings, otherwise you call vacancies. That could lead to some volatility on the dollar tomorrow. So let's plan ahead for that. And also, other key events for the week on Wednesday morning by 1:30 a.m. from Australia, that'll be the GDP. That's a gross domestic product. This will also give some volatility by 1:30 a.m. on Wednesday. And still on Wednesday, there'll be ADP non-farm employment change. This one is always released ahead of the NFP. This week is actually the NFP. It's going to come up on Friday. So ADP non-farm employment change will come up on Wednesday by 2:15 p.m. Let's plan ahead for that. And later on Wednesday, from 3:45 p.m. to 4:30, there'll be an array of news from the United States. Like we'll have the final services PMI. So there'll be final services PMI, ISM services PMI, and crude oil inventories. It follows each other chronologically, 3:45 p.m., 4 p.m., and 4:30 p.m. All these combined will lead to volatility on the dollar. And on Thursday, by 10:30 a.m., construction PMI might lead to some volatility on the pound. Some volatility to be expected on the pound for construction PMI. But the biggest event for the week is the one on Friday. And don't miss that one because we're going to be trading live. Now, on Friday, that by 2:30 p.m., firstly, there'll be Canada employment change and unemployment rate. This is Canada's version of NFP. It's going to come up by 2:30 p.m. Card employment change and unemployment rate. But then we don't always put much focus on that. Our focus is usually on the bigger picture, which is on the dollar. That is average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. And this one, we're going to be trading it live. We're going to be trading it live. So on Friday, you want to make money ahead of Christmas, don't miss our NFP. Excuse me. Don't miss our NFP live trading session on Friday by 2:30 p.m. Don't miss it. Plan ahead, prepare ahead to trade this news. We're going to be trading live. We're going to be trading real money. We're going to be making money. So USD average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate will come up by 2:30 p.m. on Friday. This is the biggest news for the week and also the biggest news to round up the year. So plan ahead to trade this. You need to fund the account, go ahead and fund it so that it can be a part of this live trading session, to round up the year. All right, so those are just the major events for the week. I just brought that to intimate us with what to expect. But then today, the focus is going to be on the events happening this afternoon from the United States, and that's the final manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing PMI, and the ISM manufacturing prices. Now, if this data comes out good for the dollar, we expect a bullish movement, and if it comes out bad for the dollar, we expect a bearish movement. But then I'll go over now to the technical so that we can look critically at what to expect, from this news. So this is my MT4. Now, as we are gradually ending the year, the market is also having some patterns that will give us a kind of a long-term projection, which might run through the end of the year and possibly even the beginning of the new year. Now, for the dollar, this is what I'm seeing on the dollar index. The dollar index, is currently, sorry, let me just complete this. Okay, no, we don't want to put that. Now, this is the dollar index. Price, is making a series of higher highs. And price touches trend line the third time. So not even the third time, fourth time. This is the first touch here. So technically, we're looking for an opportunity to sell the dollar index. We are looking for a bearish movement on the dollar index. This is a weekly time frame. If you flip down to the daily, I gave this analysis last week that I'm expecting dollar will likely go bearish to round up the year. On the daily time frame, this is what is happening. It's trying to form a head and a shoulder pattern. Now, if this pattern completes, then what is going to happen next is a massive drop to end the year. When I say massive drop, don't get me wrong, I didn't say it's going to happen in a day. It's a move that may progress as we round up the year. It can run for the next, 2-3 weeks, even run from to January and beyond. So if it completes as a head and shoulder, now a head and shoulder pattern is a bearish pattern. Firstly, we have price trading around the trend line on the weekly time frame, which is also a bearish direction. So looking at this on two angles, we are having a forecast of a possible bearish direction to round up the year on the dollar, all things being equal. It's possible you can see that the dollar index has started the week with some bullish movement already. It might go a little further, but then all we're waiting for is a reversal to look for an opportunity to go short on the dollar, and that may just give us some massive hundreds of pips, to close off the year. So, and this is like a long-term direction. See, it's whatever the market gives, that is what you trade. We don't control the market. We only follow the market wherever it's going. So I have a bearish outlook on the dollar index, for this week and possibly even as we're rounding up the year. And that same setup is seen on the USD CHF. This is the USD CHF. You can see there's a descending trend line on the weekly time frame, which is giving us a bearish trend. And when we flip over to the daily, you can see the USD CHF is forming exactly the same thing we saw on the dollar index. It's trying to form a head and shoulder. If this completes as a head and shoulder, then we should get ready for a massive drop on USD. So we'll be looking for a bearish move to close up the year on the USD CHF. So how do we look at trading this? We can draw our trend line right here and flip down to like a 4-hour time frame. That can give us a good entry. So I'm expecting price may still go up. Anything can happen from here. It may go up or it can reverse from here. But basically, all we're looking out for is the reversal. And we should not forget that we have a neckline region right here. So price needs to go and break that region, and we are anticipating a massive drop. Now, on the minimum price, might get to this minor support level, and that can give as much as about 170 pips. But then let's just do it properly using our Fibonacci tool. Using our Fibonacci tool, if you see a break below here, at least the first point of call should be this level here, which is Fibonacci 38.2. And that's can give us a projection of about 40 pips. Then to Fibonacci, the next one with Fibonacci 50 can give about 111 pips. And the next one after that, which can be as much as about 173 pips, at least on the average. That's even where I put the line before. And that's a coincidence that we're having Fibonacci 61.8 falling exactly on that level where I put the line before. So that tells us that is a very strong level where we anticipate some reaction from the market. Just a minute, please.
Good morning, sir. Sir, please, your voice is breaking, so we are not hearing many of the things you are saying. Yeah, we are just saying, sir, maybe he will help us to repeat what he's saying many times. We don't understand. Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, Madam Onaji. Well, all right. So apologies. I had a little break then. There was a network glitch. So like I was saying, Madam Onaji, good morning. I think I heard you saying.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You're welcome, ma.
You're welcome.
So we're bearish on the USD CHF. Like I said, this trend may continue, not just this week. We may end up rounding up the year, but at least let's start with this week. We're seeing a head and shoulder right from the daily to the 4-hour, and we're expecting a breakout downwards. So we're bearish on the USD CHF. And that also takes us now to the Euro USD. For the Euro USD, I've had an outlook on this from last week, and my outlook has been bullish. The trend line you can see there, I've drawn it right from last week. Price has been, making lower lows, and last week lower. Okay, the previous week lower low ended up here. Then another lower low here ended. So that's a confluence there, which was to lead to a bullish breakout, which happened already. There was a bullish movement already on the Euro USD last week on the weekly time frame. But then if we now flip down to the daily, we can now see on the daily that just like what we have seen on the USDX, that's the dollar index, and the USD CHF, which is bearish. This one is now forming an inverse head and shoulder, which will lead to a bullish breakout. So we are anticipating a bullish breakout on the Euro USD, and on the minimum price may get to this next resistance level. And if you use our Fibonacci tool also, sorry, we need to also take it down to 4 hour. So that can give us a clearer entry. So we'll be looking at profit in the range of about 85, 90, sorry, about 90 pips to about 189 pips, and that's not small in any way, to round off the week and possibly the year. So I'm bullish on Euro USD. Now it's possible price may drop a little or it may just reverse from here. Either ways, what I'm after is that we have an inverse head and shoulder already in formation, which should give us a swing move at least to the next to this level and possibly to this level. So a 90, 173, that is over 250 pips combined together. I mean, that should give you some decent profits, regardless of the account you're trading. If you're trading on 0.01, that's about $25. $25 with the current exchange rate is well about 30,000 plus, but maybe even close to almost like 40,000 naira. And if you're on real 0.1, the standard account 0.1 lot, that is $250. That's a lot. And if you have a big account, now I'm not suggesting you should trade a standard lot. If you don't have up to $10,000, please don't go near a standard lot. Don't take unnecessary risk. We always emphasize that. But if you have a very sizable account and 10,000 and above, and you trade a standard lot in that, that can give as much as $2,500, which is well over $1,000 now is about $700-800. Sorry, $1,000 is well over a million naira. I think about 1.7 million thereabouts. So that's quite a lot of money. What I'm just trying to emphasize is that the market is giving us direction for a long-term move, which can give a lot of profit. So we're bullish on the Euro USD, and we're likewise bullish on the GBP USA. All of them are having the same pattern, either head and shoulder for a sell or inverse head and shoulder for a buy. That's what all of them are giving. For the GBP USD, this is a weekly time frame analysis. You can see there has been an uptrend in the last couple of weeks, which gave some bullish movement last week. And if you flip down to daily, you can clearly see we are seeing the formation of an inverse head and shoulder also. Inverse, well, this might still drop a little, then break out. And with the following word, that's another confirmation of a bullish breakout. Okay, consider it's already retracing here. So this may drop a little further, then break out. This is the inverse head and shoulder and a breakout. So we are bearish on dollar index, we're bearish on USD CHF, we're bullish on Euro USD, we're bullish on GBP USD. Let's take note of that. All of them on 4 hour. That's what the market is giving. Now, if you have a strategy that can help you fine-tune your entry for 1 hour time frame, it's still okay. What is the most important is that we are giving you the direction where the market is expected to go. You can take your entry based on your discretion and your own personal strategy. Now, we also look at the New Zealand card. Now, this one also is a swing setup, which I've been watching since last week. Hopefully, there should be the major breakout this week. And this one takes its own analysis from the monthly time frame this time around, not weekly. But then we'll still scale it down to 4 hour. We're only trying to get the long-term direction from the monthly. So on the monthly time frame for New Zealand card, we can see that we're having the formation of a symmetrical triangle. And from our understanding of a symmetrical triangle, if a breakout happens upwards, is a buy. If it's downward, is a sell. But then before even the breakout, price is expected to still move within the triangle before it gets to the extreme point of, breaking out upwards or downwards. But now the focus is here. We're having uptrend here, uptrend, uptrend. And the candle for last month closed as a rejection candle. So we expect a bounce to the upside, at least to the upper trend line up here because of that rejection candle that closed last month. So if you flip down to the weekly, You can see here is looking like a reversal candle, a buy and sell, almost same size. So this one is slightly higher. Then we'll go to the daily, and you can clearly see on the daily, this is equally evolving into an inverse head and shoulder on the daily time frame. And we take it down to 4 hour, and we can see it is clearer now. Inverse head, this is a zone of shoulder, and we expect a breakout upwards. Now we also have the neckline region, which is going to be this zone. If you use trend line, it's actually supposed to be here, but let's use the zone so that that can guide us to know where we are looking for the breakout. So if price breaks out above this level now, currently it's in a retracement. If price breaks out above this, I can tell you it's going to go up and possibly touch that trend line, that we have on the daily and weekly time frame. That is this upper trend line may just, and all this I'm saying can take days. So I'm not, please, in all this setup, I'm not suggesting something that can happen within a day, except if there is a massive volatility in the market, which can be from a fundamental event. Otherwise, it's a swing setup, and we are looking for price to break out upwards. And that is anticipated to go as high as about 200 and 260 pips thereabout, all things being equal. And if you look at the Fibonacci tool to get a more precise movement, that entry can be at this level here. And this could be at about Fibonacci 47. Okay, this is even projecting beyond the normal Fibonacci range. All right, so we're looking at profit in the range of 47 pips and 47 pips here, and about 187, 47, 87, let's even say 40, 187, 40, 180. That's about 220 pips thereabout. That's the potential profit we can catch from this move. So we're bullish on the New Zealand CAD. We're also bullish on the New Zealand USD since the dollar is bearish. Same setup we're having on the dollar. We have the opposite of it on the New Zealand USD. And this is the New Zealand USD. Price was trading at a support level. Support. And what we've been seeing on the other dollar pairs is the same thing happening here. So that tells you the overall outlook of the dollar as we're rounding up the year is an inverse head and shoulder, which is expected to break out upwards also. And if it goes down to the 4-hour time frame, you can see we have a falling wedge to aid the movement, inverse head and shoulder. So we are going to have price breakouts above this zone for us to take a buy on New Zealand USD. So whenever price reverses and breaks above here, we can look at buying the New Zealand USD. And using Fibonacci again, profit here can be in the range of about 80 pips to the first Fibonacci level. That's 38.2. This one is going to give more pips. About 80 pips to Fibonacci 38.2. About 140 pips to Fibonacci 50, and about 209 pips to Fibonacci 1.8. All right, so that's going to be all from my end. I'm still looking at BTC. I want to have more clarity, but if what I'm seeing, I don't want to be emphatic now on BTC. I want more clarity. If there is further drop, that would help me to give more, that'll give me more clarity. But from what I'm seeing, we might possibly be experiencing a decline on the BTC USD. But like I said, I'm not giving a final analysis yet until further notice. But from what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a possibility of a head and shoulder on BTC. I told some people about this last week, but and that's premised on the fact that on the monthly time frame for last month, we have price make some higher high here, and the candle for last month touched that higher high, and that resulted into some retracement. We saw some retracement here, and that retracement now is what is evolving into a head and shoulder. I would call it a head and shoulder completely if price drops to this area, to the neckline. BTC currently we have the perception of a bull run, so I want to be very careful because anything can happen. It can still reverse up, but if it drops to this neckline, that means this guy is going to drop. But as I say, for now, let me just keep watching. Let's watch and see what happens. But technically, as a technical trader, we trade what we see. And what I'm seeing currently is what looks like the formation of a head and shoulder. But like I said, let's keep our fingers crossed. But if price drops to this, neckline region, then we may be expecting a reversal. But let's just still watch out and see in the next couple of days how things go with the BTC. All right, so that'll be all from our analysis this morning. We have less than 10 minutes to go from the timer. So I'll just give a little recap of what we've done so far. We said the dollar index is bearish for this week. The USD CHF is bearish, all of them on 4 hour. We don't have any intraday setup. Everything is swing, but bearish on the dollar index. USD CHF is bearish. We're bullish on the Euro USD. We're bullish on the GBP USD. We're bullish on the New Zealand USD, and we're bullish on the New Zealand CAD. For BTC USD, it's looking like it may be bearish, but we are watching. So we're not giving a final analysis yet until we have further confirmations. All right, so that'll be all from my end this morning. I'm seeing some questions here. I'll look at them, give you my view, then we'll round up the class. So I'm seeing GBP JPY. Now, the GBP pairs, I'm trying to be careful, especially GBP JPY because of its volatility. I'm trying to be very careful, but most of the GBP pairs might be bullish this week. Please, if you want to take GBP JPY this week or any of the GBP pairs, please trade with extreme caution. These guys are completely very volatile, extremely volatile this period. But then, as a trader, as an analyst, it's my job to analyze, so I'll do that for you. Now, this is what I have on the GBP JPY. We have an uptrend on the daily time frame, and price closed last week on a previous support level. So technically, we have an uptrend on the GBP JPY. So if you flip down to the 4 hour, we can see there is a falling wedge pattern, which will aid the breakout. Now, currently, the last 4 hour candle closed touching this trend line. Now, anything can happen here. Price may drop before a breakout, or it may break out from here. So this is where caution is required. And as I said, you have to be very, very careful with this guy for now. I'm seeing what happened clearer now. There is a resistance here that price has not been able to break. So that's what's responsible for the little retracement we are seeing here. If price is able to break this resistance, fine, we'll see an uptrend. Otherwise, if it's not, price may drop. So it may later go back up, but it may drop. So currently, GBP is in a critical condition. Just watch. A breakout upwards will be a bigger opportunity to buy, while a breakout downwards, at least you can scalp some 10, 20, 30 pips downwards before it's possible we could have a reversal. So just watch GBJPY critically, at the current point it's trading. Pardon me, Mr. Noel, so sorry about that. I posted it. That was a mistake from my part. I'd already started the session before I saw that it was 7:30. I put there. It was meant to be 7 a.m. That's an error, which I really apologize for. It's supposed to be 7 a.m., not 7:30. Oh, sorry about that, mode below. I didn't really see that on time. That's an apology from my end. Usually, if I'm taking analysis, I will not start by 7 o'clock. What I do is that I'll put the time, then I'll also put another comment behind it so that the emphasis is made that it's not taking place 7. Maybe if it's 7:30 or 7:15, I'll put it again that class starts by 7 in another post separately. But I did sincerely apologize for this. I didn't see it on time that it was 7:30 that was put there. Okay, so we've looked at GBP but don't worry, the video will be made available. Trust me on that. After the class, we'll download the video and post on YouTube and also on your WhatsApp group and other groups you belong to so that you can watch it. It's a straightforward analysis where we have more swing sessions, swing setup for the week. So we've looked at GBP, JPY. Rebecca is asking about gold. I have just 5 minutes. We have a timer now for this, so it's the platform will shut down in the next 5 minutes. So I have to just rush and run through. So gold. Okay, let's start from the monthly. Now we're at the beginning of a new month, so we need to also pay some attention to the monthly time frame. Now, for gold, all right. Now, don't forget that we are bearish on the dollar. The dollar index is bearish. If the dollar index is bearish, gold is expected to be bullish because gold is, negatively correlated with the dollar. So if you're looking for a bullish opportunity on gold, this is a support zone here on the 4-hour. Yeah, it's a support zone on the 4-hour right there. So, and it's equally even a support level here, still on the 4-hour. So we may be expecting some bullish movement if the dollar is going to go bearish. Yeah, dollar is going to go bearish, then gold is expected to go bullish. So with this support level, let the focus even be here. Exactly. So that's the support level. I think we can go down to 15 minutes time frame and try to look for entry opportunities for gold. But then currently, I'm not seeing a valid entry yet. Okay, I might have to go down to like 5 minutes. I hardly do this, but this looks like it's what the market is giving. So on 5 minutes time frame, we can say we have a valid falling wedge. We have a valid falling wedge here. So we might need to wait for our RSI to cross above 50. Yes, a new candle seems to be outside, but RSI is still relatively on the low side. It's important to make the RSI. The RSI can go a little higher than this. So if price is able to break out completely with the RSI above 50, that can trigger some bullish movement on gold, and price at least might target this level. Though I will advise you use your trail, you do a trailing stop. It's advisable you do a trailing stop. Trailing stop means that as price is going higher, you are locking in your profit by shifting your stop loss. Don't just leave the trade open and say, oh, it will get to the take profit. You know, erratic movements happen. And more so, we are now getting towards the end of the year. There could be spikes and erratic movements. So what I would advise you do is this: wait for a clear break above this current level. You can see price is still not, the volatility is not so strong to push it. If a new candle opens above this level, and at that point, I believe your RSI will be clearly above 50, then you can trigger a buy on gold. We're bearish on the dollar, so technically it's not out of place to have a bullish outlook on gold. Don't forget, it's a 5-minute setup. That's a scalping setup, so trade it with a lot of caution. And finally, I'll be looking at Euro JPY, Euro JPY and gold is still, we've just analyzed gold. So I'll just look at the Euro JPY, which will most likely be bullish. Most of the JPY pairs are bullish. But just like the GBP JPY, even though generally the trend is bullish, but currently we are just, it's ranging. So we need to be very careful so that we can make the proper entry. I'm trying to get Euro JPY on my charts. Okay, I can't seem to find it, so let me open a fresh page. We have just less than about a minute to go. For those who are just joining us, don't forget there's going to be NFP live trading session this Friday. Don't miss it. All right, Euro JPY closed last week at the support level on the daily time frame. It will flip down to 1 hour. This is the 1 hour view. Okay, now the platform is shut down any moment. So we have a falling wedge pattern. So wait for a breakout upwards to take a buy on Euro JPY. All right, so that'll be all. Don't forget, I'll drop the video in your WhatsApp group. Just wait for price to break above this resistance level. It's looking bearish currently. But if it reverses and breaks that level, then you can look at taking a bullish trade on Euro JPY. All right, so that'll be all from my end this morning. Take care, have a great day, and have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.